I want to mention one thing concerning our work on Lekutei Sichos. There was a group of us who would take a Sicha, an old Sicha that the Rebbe said years before, look through it, learn it, and work on it, and prepare it in a way that the Rebbe should be able to be Magia. And we would give it into the Rebbe would be Magia it, and that would come out for that week as a Likud. We would call it the Likud of the week. And then after a while it would turn into the Svarim, and then finally turned into all the 39 Svarim of Lekutei Sichos. But the way it went was, we would prepare it to the best of our ability, that this should be the Sicha, the way it should be printed, and then the Rebbe would be Magia. When he was Magia, he made a lot of changes, he added a lot, he had a lot of Marmekemis, he added Horus, he fixed a lot of things. But sometimes, not only would he fix certain things, but he would make comments on the side to the people who wrote it. And sometimes the comments were pretty sharp. In other words, commenting, how is it possible that you make such a mistake? It was many times he would write the word mavhil. Mavhil means that's outrageous. How could you write such a thing? And sometimes he would even write mavhil in big words. And sometimes he would write mavhil with 3 exclamation points. And sometimes with 3 lines under the word mavhil, showing how he feels that this is outrageous that you're able to write such a thing. I just want to mention one of the comments that he once made concerning something that we wrote. In the Sicha, the Rebbe said that the word Knani also has a meaning, besides being a person from Canaan, also has a meaning of a seicher, a merchant is called Canaan. Where do we see it? So the Rebbe didn't mention the source, but we know in Chassidus it's brought down from a posik in Tanakh, where it says Knani biyodai meizne mirmo, which there in that posik it means a merchant. So we wrote that Maramokim. The Rebbe wanted that the simple Maramokim is poshet from Gemaras, from Psukim, from things like that, or simple things that have to be written. It's not for the Rebbe to do it. That's simple work, so we should write it. So we wrote the Maramokim to the word in the Sicha. It said Knani means a merchant, a seicher. So we wrote on the bottom, the source to this idea is from the Posik in Tanakh, Knani biyod meizne mirmo. Now the truth is, Rashi in Chumash, in Parshas Vayeshev, says also that the word Knani means Tagra, which means a seicher, which means a merchant. But we didn't write that Maramokim, that source. So the Rebbe added to the source, he added Pirush Rashi, that Rashi says it, and he underlined the word Pirush Rashi, and then wrote the posik where Rashi says it. And then on the side, he wrote these words, a comment to us, and he wrote, Ha'af echad mikem ein Elohim et chitas, not one of you learn chitas. In other words, if you learn chitas and you learn Chumash with Rashi, you should remember that Rashi says in Chumash that the word Knani means a seicher. If you didn't write from Rashi, it seems like you don't learn chitas. So the Rebbe wrote, Ha'af echad mikem ein Elohim et chitas. This was the comment that he made to this thing. And many other times he would make comments, and it seems like when he expected us to know better. See, those times when he fixed things, not expecting us to know better, he didn't write anything. But if he expected us to know better, he wrote this comment and other sharp comments. And it made that we should always try to be very careful to make sure that what we write is 100% right. And nevertheless, the Rebbe had a lot to fix and a lot to change, and added a lot, and even sometimes he added full se'ifim that he added in Lekutei Sichos.